So I actually want to ask you, because the reason we're starting with the Ravens is because I haven't had a chance to talk about the Ravens in 2 weeks, and I'm dying about it.
Right.
So he got to talk about the Patriots last week. I didn't get to talk about the Ravens.
Yeah.
So, but seriously, last week you said when we were supposed to do a Zoom episode, like you said, family stuff, life stuff happens. But you said I'm picking Ben Johnson to go in there and thrash him.
Yes.
That did not happen.
Did not happen, no.
Now that you have seen the results from that, you have also seen them hold Matt Stafford to 2 full drives. That one touchdown came off of turnover without 15-yard drive. So 2 full drives. Right. You saw them basically hold the Rams to 10 points, and then you saw what they did to the Bears. Is your faith somewhat restored back in the Ravens to where they can make a playoff push with Lamar coming back on Thursday, or are you still in wait-and-see mode?
I think Lamar Jackson is, man, that's Lamar Jackson. So like, as long as they said Lamar was coming back, I did have somewhat faith. I'm still 100% out on the Ravens, though. Okay. My faith, my hope, I haven't gotten to the hope stage yet. Okay. Because I still, the real big problem for me I had with the Ravens can't be addressed now. Like, the defense was like the red flag, like that has to change. But I still don't trust the Ravens situationally yet. Especially while John Harbaugh's the coach. I cannot, especially with the teams that are kind of separating themselves. I'm going to put the Patriots in there, but Andy Reid, Sean McDermott, what's the Patriots coach? Mike Vrabel. Like, experienced head coaches who are known for big game preparation, having the moments right. I still don't know if I believe the Ravens are going to be good enough. That's the thing with the Ravens. They have to be so good it can't be a close game. And that's why I still don't trust him, because even if Lamar comes back, Lamar is averaging 40. Even with him averaging 40, they were like 2-2, 1-3.
1-3, yeah. So
I am still reserved, but time will tell. It depends how hot the defense can get, honestly.
I do not disagree with you.
Okay.
And I am optimistic, but not hopeful. I think hopeful. Okay. Actually, I'll flip that. I am hopeful, but I'm not optimistic.
Okay.
Like
you hope it's gonna work out.
I hope it works out.
Yeah.
But I'm not very optimistic in the outcome of this season. Okay. I thought it was insane people were writing the Ravens off with the way the division looked. If the Ravens were in the NFC North or the AFC or the NFC West or something like that, where everybody 5-2 and they were 1-5, okay, it would probably be over. But with the Steelers having the gauntlet of the back half of the schedule they have and a horrible defense.
And a drug addict quarterback.
That too. With the Browns being the Browns and the Bengals not having their star quarterback, I thought it was asinine for people to be writing off the Ravens. Right. I said as long as Lamar comes back by Chicago at the time, and then once they beat Chicago, now as long as he comes back by the Dolphins, they're making the playoffs. Yeah. Their schedule is the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Bengals, the Jets. They play the Steelers twice, they play the Patriots, and they play the Packers. Yeah. And they play the Browns one more time. Yeah. They have plenty of winnable games left. Right. And it wouldn't surprise me if they won out. It wouldn't surprise me if they won this division by 2 games because of the next 4 or 5 weeks they have to go through. They don't play the Patriots and the Packers, who are the best 2 teams left on their schedule, until weeks 16 and 17, I believe. Right. So when I look at it from that perspective, I'm thinking to myself, all right, the playoffs are realistic and are probably going to happen. Yep. But the problem with the Ravens wasn't the offense or a Lamar Jackson problem that we need to get Lamar Jackson back and fix our offense. It was the defense, which we all said that'll probably be fixed. They'll probably fix that. You'll figure out where Kyle Hamilton needs to go, and you'll fix your issue. Nice. That's exactly what happened. And for those of you wondering why they traded away Odawe, it was because you can simulate and you can generate pressure when you have Kyle Hamilton on the line of scrimmage because of the dynamic playmaker he is and the problem he causes with pass protection and sliding because you don't know what he's about to do. Right. Versus your secondary cannot stop giving up passes that are 15 yards and they're wide open. Yeah. People were wide open.
Like 10 feet away.
That can't keep happening. So you go get a veteran safety to help your rookie safety out. Now you have You essentially are playing two linebackers and using Kyle Hamilton as a safety/linebacker. Some people call it a rover. Mm-hmm. And that fixed their defense. Yeah. Their defense will. I said when it was happening, you need to go from 32 to 14, 15, 17, 16, somewhere in there, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Okay.
I've been talking, so I'm gonna pass it back to you, and then kind of answer the question I asked too. You said you don't trust John Harbaugh.
Right.
I don't either. Mm-hmm. Which is why I can't really pick them to make any noise in the playoffs because of their situational habits.
Right.
Is there anything they can do this regular season to change your mind on that?
Nothing. They would. The only thing that'll change. I am. It's crazy because I'm usually not this guy. I legit would have to see it. I would have to see you play 3 great playoff games, start to finish, because that's what it's going to take for them to get to the Super Bowl. Not win anymore. That's what's going to get them to the doorstep of the Super Bowl. But against great teams, against great defenses, against great coaches, like I just don't trust for 4 quarters they will be. First, I don't trust them for 4 quarters. Like they will be excellent through 4 quarters, and I still don't know who this team is. I still don't know what this team is.
So you are saying this team is still lacking in identity?
Yeah, still no identity. Still no identity. And I think, Lamar getting hurt and everything that happened, kind of reset the offense in a way. Got Derrick Henry in the rhythm, spotlight got off him a little bit. But I still worry, like, is it going to be 3rd and goal and y'all can take Derrick Henry off the field? Like, there's certain things that I've seen them do it so much, it's hard for me to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I love that perspective, and I agree with you on it, which is my exact same qualm with the team is, all right, sure, you're going to beat a bunch of bad teams.
Right.
I expect you to.
Yep.
That Bears win gave me the confidence that the Ravens team was back. Because if they would have lost to the Bears, or even if they would have beat the Bears 3-0,
right,
and it was just been like Caleb was horrific and they got it was just an ugly game, I wouldn't feel fantastic.
Right.
But the fact that the offense was able to generate points and the defense was able to get situational stops gave me a lot of hope that they were going to beat the rest of the bad teams on the schedule. Because the Chicago Bears are the best of the bad teams they have left to play. Then you got the Pats and the Packers.
Right.
So I got confidence in the Ravens as a unit and as a regular season team. What my problem is what I said after they lost to the Bills. You're still walking into each playoff game with a disadvantage at the head coaching and the defensive coordinator position. Yep. And the only thing that I think can overcome it, which is what I've been saying for 2 years, is a superhero game from Lamar Jackson.
Right.
So that is where my hope lies.
Right.
Is Lamar Jackson getting the equipment, getting the toys out of the locker room, coming back off an injury, saying, hey, bro, they asked him, like, who was deciding if you could play or not? And he was basically like me.
Yeah. Like, I like showing up on the practice squad, too. Like, don't worry, 8's on the way.
Yes,
Give me one more. Give me one more.
Exactly. So I like that leadership. I like I'll put on the headset. I'm going to stand right on the sideline next to the coaches. I'm involved in the game. Like, I'm letting y'all know I'm here. I'm locked in.
Shit, he might have managed the game from the sideline.
Who you telling, dog? So that made me optimistic or hopeful, but the only thing that is going to make me think the Ravens can get a Super Bowl or get to the Super Bowl is them getting to the Super Bowl.
Literally. 100%.
And that's the simple truth of it. Yeah. Like, they held Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams still moved the ball. He had 285 yards passing. But what I did like is they held the Chicago Bears, who have been amazing on the ground, to 96 yards rushing.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was an impressive feat for me. And the way the Ravens were able to move the ball gave me a lot of faith in Todd Monken going forward and his ability to say, I know I like to pass, but I'm going to be a run-first offense, 35 rushing attempts, 22 passing attempts. Yeah. I love that. So Derrick Henry, 71 yards, 2 touchdowns. Giving him the ball on the goal line repeatedly. Yeah. I love
playing that through him.
Yes. Right. I love that. Mm-hmm. So all in all, playoffs, yes. Playoff success, we won't know till we get to the playoffs.
That's a fact.
And that's a sad conclusion to have.
Yeah.
That's a sad conclusion to have.
Listen, you got life though. You got life. So you say there's a chance.
It feels good to know Thursday I'll be watching the game on the edge of my seat for 2 quarters.
Yeah, for sure.
And I will say this.
Yeah.
To close. If they don't beat the Dolphins by 14 plus points, I will be concerned. Yeah. If this is a 21-24 game and they got to scratch it out, I will still be concerned, and I don't even know if they'll make the playoffs. If they go in there and beat the Dolphins 35-10, I'll be like, they're probably going to run the table.
Yeah. I'm going to hit the flip side of the game because I am a Caleb guy.
Yes.
Stinker.
Bad.
Stinker.
Really bad.
I ain't gonna lie. It's crazy for the people that know me. They be like, y'all don't really like dog nobody out on the show. Yeah, well, it's a very positive show. We really don't hit no stinkers, but like, Caleb, that's a tough spot to have your worst game for sure. That's really all I had. I was like, man, that shit was tough to watch. I ain't gonna getting outplayed by Snoop Huntley is a tough look.
He got outplayed. Like it wasn't a question. Snoop started off this game 14-15, bro.
Yeah. He was definitely the best quarterback on the field.
And that's sad. That should not happen from a number 1 draft pick. That's
especially
supposed to be
in this offense.
Yes, that's the better point.
Yeah.
With Ben Johnson as your play caller, as your head coach, that shouldn't happen because
that was the first time all year they haven't scored 25. I think they were the only team averaging not averaging, but every game they had hit like 20 plus.
I believe you're right about that. You're definitely right about that, and that's the problem. Is nothing changed.
Right,
guys are open. The play calls were working.
Yep.
The only thing different, I would say, the only thing different is the run game. The run game did get stuffed, and they couldn't really overcome that. But other than that, passing wise and pass concept wise, things were there. He was just missing. His eyes weren't where they were supposed to be. He was coming off his first read too fast. He wasn't getting to his second read fast enough, or he was getting happy feet and rolling out the pocket when he had a clean pocket. All things that we knew Caleb had a problem with. So it felt like he just had a game where he went back to his bad habits.
Yep.
And those are the things that are going to happen with young quarterbacks. Expect it from Drake Maye. Drake Maye's on a heater. Expect him to have a game where it's like, what happened to him? And it's just young quarterbacks getting back to their bad habits. Expect it from Jaden Daniels. Like C.J. Stroud went through a year of it. It's your quarterbacks are going to get back to their habits that they know, and they, especially when they have success. It's much easier to do it when you have success because you think it's locked in now. You think it's natural now.
And in this spot right here where it's like the Ravens, they're like the worst defense ever. Like that's easy letting down game scenario for a young QB.
Yes, sir.
And that's really what that felt like.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's get to your pats, man. Let's get to your pats.
Man. Yes, sir. Hold on. I just want to make sure I get the numbers right for Drake Maye and Keyshawn Boutte.
Cleveland Browns. Oh, Lord. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is NFL.com. They playing the whole game.
Shout out NFL.com, man. Drake Maye, Pats, Cleveland Browns. Before I say anything else, Jesus Christ, Myles Garrett. Jesus Christ, Myles Garrett.
Yo.
I watched this entire game. I left this game like, man, we did a really good job on Myles Garrett. And he had 5 sacks, bro. It's like, man, hey, man, we survived. Like, Myles Garrett by himself kept us the game in the first half. Like, we got to the goal.
Watching, bro. He really did.
By him, like, we would move the ball. We would get down there. He would be like, that's the end of this drive. But listen, I loved it for Drake Maye, man. Listen, like you said, he has been on a heater, but it has been a little easy breezy, a little, almost too easy.
Yep.
So seeing him get hit the way he did, 5 sacks, he threw an early pick that was nasty. And then at halftime, Drake Maye became Drake Maye again.
Yes.
Perfect passer rating after halftime. He is, like you said, he's on a heater. Drake Maye is on pace to be the best downfield passer in NFL history for a season. Right now, Drake Maye on 20-plus yard throws, first in QBR, first in completion percentage, first in touchdown percentage, and first in some EPA nerd stats. Shout out Meaning Comps for that.
Woo-wee!
He is different. I ain't gonna lie. He is different. I want to shout out Keyshawn Boutte for real. For real, bringing back an old rule we had on this show. You should throw it to an LSU receiver every single play.
Hello.
I feel like all Keyshawn Boutte does is catch touchdowns. Every time I look up, he is playing amazing. And we have enough ancillary pieces around Drake where you're seeing some of them, especially because I'm a hardcore Pats fan. So, like, I've been waiting for these, like, breakouts. And we'll talk about Spurs probably next time we talk about basketball. But, like, Travion Henderson, one of the best run defense in the league, 6 for 60 yards. Like, he's explosive runs. Demario Pop Douglas, small stretches of the field like Tyreek. He's having explosive plays. Mac Hollins, he's a tall receiver. He catches sideline passes. So I think what's so impressive about Drake Maye right now is he's playing. It's crazy. I hate to say this, but like it feels like he's preparing the opposite of Caleb, where every week Drake Maye is adding something. And with Caleb, we're having to go back and re-add things, refix things. Like Drake Maye had a footwork problem. His footwork is a lot better. Drake Maye had a taking both hands off the ball in the pocket problem. Now he has both hands on the ball at all times. He had problems staying on time in the pocket early in the season. Now he's in the pocket throwing the same throws he's throwing outside of the pocket. He looks amazing. Top 3 in MVP voting. Literally cannot rant enough about Drake Maye right now.
He looks like he's been coached for the last few years.
Oh, yeah.
That's the difference.
Yes, sir.
And that's the sad part about Caleb is he hasn't had great coaching around him for 2 years. So he went through what seems like 25 coaches in a 2-year span. Literally, he went through 3 or 4 coaches in a 2-year span. And when you're that talented and coaches are coming in essentially fighting for their life, it's all right, what do you like? Let's do that. Instead of Ben Johnson gets his job, I get a 5-year deal because you know who I am and you know what I'm bringing to the table. So now I have a year or 2 to miss the playoffs and to not be at the success level the fans are wanting. So now I can look at you and say, no, this is what I need from you. And that is what looks like Drake had the last 2 years and what Caleb did.
Yeah, because I mean, we only won 4 or 5 games last year.
Yeah.
We were not good last year.
Yeah.
Right now, 6
and Drake wasn't good last year.
Drake was not. That's the thing. We saw 3 or 4 games. It was like, ooh, hold on.
Yeah.
It might be something. It might be okay. And now we're at the point where he's hitting. He is hitting almost every throw he looks at down the field.
And that's exactly what you want. Last game he had 282 through the air, 75% completion percentage, and 3 touchdowns. And that's against a top 5 defense. The Browns are horrible, but that's because of Dylan Gabriel and Joe Flacco. Not Shedeur Sanders.
Definitely not Shedeur Sanders.
And Kevin Stefanski. I want to say that
he deserves this.
He deserves this. But Drake looked really good yesterday. I knew we were talking about the Patriots. So I did watch most of that game up until the blowout part. But I watched them move that ball up and down the field on a really good defense. 177 yards rushing on a team that was top 5 in rushing is no simple feat. That lets you know their offensive lineman is getting pushed. That lets you know they're running the ball from under center, from the pistol, and from shotgun to give the defense a look. And that lets you know they're rotating running backs. I believe they had 4 different players with the carry, with an official carry. That's with the running back out, too. That's with Gibson out. Yes, it is. So the